Cheerio. Hallo. Bonjour. I was saying hello was German. It's Swedish. Anyway, I don't know what made me think of it today. I think I'm saying it's German. So we're continuing our polygraph. Kind of. I hear that Chris's sister Jamie changed her name. I wonder why. I mean, I assume she wasn't Jamie Watts hyphen whatever her husband's name is. Well, maybe she was, and now she's just Jamie, whatever her husband's name is. I can't imagine my brother doing this. And my last name is my maiden name, which is obviously my brother's last name. I think I probably would change it because it's an unusual. It's not Smith or anything, but for a dude who did not think this through, we all know he really didn't. He did think to close the latch on the front door that morning, so that no one could get in the house. I find that interesting. Somebody commented, because I talked about the latch, how ridiculous it is that you can't keep your kids in the house. And she said, well, they had to put that latch in the house because on the days that Chris wasn't home parenting, Shannon was there and she was always on her phone and the girls would escape. Yeah, goodness. Okay. You know that the last Sunday that they're in North Carolina, they fly home Monday to come back to Colorado. He spends the day with his family and the sister and the husband and the nephew and niece. They come over. That evening, there are very, very bad storms coming to their town. So he says, hey, look, can I just like to spend the night here? It'd be nice to... And then nobody has to worry about driving. They live 30 minutes apart. The Watts and the Ruzicks, 30 minutes apart. And I can get a little bit more time with my family. And Shannon freaks out. Oh, no. She's going to get in her car and drive right over. She'll be right over. You can't sleep there. We're leaving tomorrow and we have to pack. Do you know that their flight left Charlotte at 7 p.m.? And so you're at the airport an hour early, maybe 90 minutes early. They have to leave the Ruzek's house at 5 o'clock. 5 p.m. But no, he can't spend the night and stay an extra day with his parents because they have to pack. You know, this woman... She had separate him when they first met. Separate him from his family when they first met. Now she's got to separate them again. You know, remember, Cindy tried to murder Shannon's children by allowing her other granddaughter to have pistachio ice cream. So, obviously, I hope you see the satire there, or the sarcasm. She gaslit him that your mother has never loved you the way I loved you. They never cared about you. I mean, that's just gaslighting. That's all there is. Shannon knew something was going on. She sensed it. She spent 5 weeks figuring it out. Now she's got to most definitely keep him separated from his parents. The only reason she let him go to that barbecue that day was because her parents were there. And her parents would think that was weird that she wouldn't let him go because it's not normal to tell someone that they can't see someone, especially your family. So she had to let him go. She wouldn't let him spend the night because they had to leave the next day and they had to pack. Okay. So this is where we are in the lie detector. It's Sunday night. Now, the next morning, remember, the deed has happened. He tells Tammy that they had this emotional talk. They decide to talk about separation and stuff. And honestly, that's not realistic either. It's not happening at 5 o'clock in the morning. But he says, at 7:40, I started thinking about where they might be. Where would she have taken them to? So I sent her a message. You realize that may have been the only thing that he staged that was properly planned out. When he called Primrose, he could have called, instead of saying they're not coming in, put them on the waiting list, whatever. He could have called and said, Mom decided that she's going to spend the day home with the girls today. And then that part of his story would have checked out later. But no, he didn't do that because he's a fucking idiot. Goodness. Then he says, he says he tried to call Shannon at least once or twice more. But now it's 12:10. Remember, he was concerned at 7:40. He's called her once or twice more, but now it's 12:10 and it's all out of his mind. So he was concerned, he called, but I guess he got peace of mind. And Nicole Atkinson shows up. So he says he calls her because why is she there? Okay, well, that's not the truth. Well, that is the truth. He did call her. But she says he was a dick to her. Remember, her son accidentally set off the house alarm when he was climbing onto her car trying to look through the garage. He tells the cop that he did try to even manually open the garage. But he was mean to her. Here's something else. Think about when he finally shows up at the house. Officer Coonrod there. Nikki's there. Her son is there. He gives her a look. If looks could kill, she would have been the 5th victim that day. I mean, really, it's bad. In that 12:10 phone call, or within 2 or 3 phone calls of that, because they spoke 3 times over the next 20 minutes, she tells him, I'm going to call the cops. He tells her, don't call the cops. Okay, well, he tells Tammy that Nikki said she was going to call the cops. Or Nicole, I think he goes. But he doesn't tell Tammy that he told her not to call the cops. And I find that interesting. He tells Tammy that now at this point, everyone is reaching out to Shannon. Her parents, her friends, my parents. Do you really think his parents reached out to find out if she was okay? No. His mom admitted right away, I thought she was playing a game on him. The way that family felt about her and how she had treated his parents so disrespectfully, so tacky, publicly. Remember, this wasn't done at, the Thanksgiving or a birthday party with the family. She did all this online. I mean, she was very vocal about how she felt about them. That's a piece of shit. You need to show your elders respect. But you've got to show your husband's family respect. I'm going to say one more thing and then shut this down and go to a part 5. I like to keep my videos more short. But, so he makes sure that Tammy knows that they all went next door to Nate's house to watch the video. I found this interesting, that he brings up, well, the video's in the front of the house. So it's not going to show her leaving the front of the house. It's not like she wouldn't show if she left from the back. Well, he brought that up the night before with Graham also. Well, someone could have pulled up to the back, loaded them all up, and left. I just find that interesting that he has now planted that in the police officer's head at least twice. Now, I realize we have body cam footage of all of this entire episode, this entire crime. But he doesn't bring that up as far as we know, again. Oh, one last thing. He always continues to say, we all watched the video. We did this. Well, Scott Peterson does that too. And that gives the subliminal message that this person is not alone. This monster, this villain is not alone. Scott Peterson says, yes, we thought about that. I've been watching a lot of Lacey Peterson stuff because many of you have commented you'd like me to cover that case. So, we all know about that case. But I have been watching it and taking notes to give more of the detailed thoughts I think about. But, so Chris, we thought you were guilty the moment we watched you on the porch. Okay, if you're still watching right now, you know how I feel. I'm shocked. I can't thank you enough. Hit like, hit subscribe. Share this with your friends, and God bless America.